Hey guys, so today I wanted to share with you my second art journal video. I just finished up this one and I thought I would show you what's inside. So the front of it has these cute little stickers on it, and then in the back is this little guy. So when you first open it, it's this page, which has these cute little Christmas lights and this quote by Sleeping at Last. I like how this one turned out. I especially like the little touches of glitter and the kind of glowy elements that it has on it. Second spread is this very Christmassy one. As you can tell, there's a lot of ribbons and wrapping paper, in addition with stickers and a bunch of little vintage kind of elements. For this spread, I put these little logos from places that I went over break, and then in the background is just these little watercolors that I did, and then this was the label off of a Christmas present that I thought was pretty cute. I painted the nativity scene and put a little bit of glitter on the top, and I like how simple it is. And then on this side is this little watercolor of a car with a Christmas tree and presents, and I really like the way that this turned out. Then I got a Polaroid for Christmas, and it's right here. I painted some little flowers on it this week, and so I ended up taking a bunch of Polaroids on Christmas. So this one is of my grandma, and these are with my brothers. And I just kind of splattered the background with silver and gold paint, and then did these little doodles, which you will see a lot throughout this journal. This little collage was kind of preparation for a wedding, and then also I wanted to write down the Christmas presents that I got this year, which my family and friends were very generous with. But this is the little label from one of the perfumes that I bought for myself as a Christmas present, and then the little daisy from that. This is the name of the little dress shop that I went to get a dress for my friend's wedding. These are a bunch of Polaroids from the wedding. This is me in a Jimmy John's in my formal attire. It's me and Madeline. Then this was a nice picture of me and my friend Erin. And then of course I had to get one with good old Louie. These were just some little things that they had on the table. So these little popcorn bags, and then my menu, and then another little Polaroid, as well as some of the prayer cards that they had at the tables. Then directly after that wedding, we ended up going to Arizona for a conference, and so these are some pictures of my friends, of this really pretty statue, and then these flowers and the architecture that was there, and then some of the flowers from the little secret garden that we went to quite a bit throughout the conference. I think this is one of my favorite spreads just because I love pressing wildflowers, and it was really nice to be able to do that because we were in a warmer climate for once. And I think that they pressed really well, and I like the colors and how they're different from a lot of the foliage and fauna that we have around this area. Then on New Year's Eve, we went to a gelato shop where they put the ice cream in these really cute Chinese food takeout containers. Then I drew this little kind of plant habitat to welcome in 2020. And then this was a spread totally devoted to New Year's Eve. My friends dressed up like 90s kids, and then we went to get drinks in Tempe. This is me with some of my missionary friends, and then Lauren threw glitter in our hair as the clock struck midnight, so I had to take a picture of that. Then we went out for gelato at this cute little Italian eatery, so we had to get a little picture of that. And then this was a receipt from a burger joint that we went to as well. I really like putting little tidbits, even like things as silly as receipts, because it just helps me remember the things that I did, especially on trips. I tend to forget quite a bit. And so then we went to my first ever Trader Joe's. Madeline and I had never been before, and so we had to get a ridiculous picture outside of it. And then I just wrote this little poem about it. So this is a little doodle that I did with some paint and glitter glue. And it was themed around Taylor Swift's New Year's Day song that I really like the lyrics from. Then this little painting that says, "You're not a waste of space." I thought that the colors in it were really cute and the little gold accents were nice. And then I used that same gold in this little painting. I like, again, the color scheme. This is a picture that I found on Pinterest and then used some gold foil, as well as a quote that I also found that says, "In Japan, broken objects are often repaired with gold. The flaw is seen as a unique piece of the object's history, which adds to its beauty. Consider this when you feel broken." I thought that that was nice. This is just kind of an experimental type sketch that I did, and then I used lyrics from Griffin's Nobody Compares to You, which has just been on repeat in my headphones and in the car. And so I kind of used this peachy background and then did that, and then continued it on with this little cutout from Pinterest. Then when I was home, I went out for sushi with my friends, so I wrote about that a little bit, tried to draw some sushi, failed very badly, a receipt from our lunch, and then I got this weird Disney film, which I really didn't want to, but the reality of the situation was that every single Walmart and Target that I went to did not have regular film. So I ended up buying this weird Disney stuff that I ended up using in like an entire day with my friend Leah. So we went to a little antique store and then a coffee shop. That's me in the coffee shop. And then I had these fun little collage cutouts and these stickers. And so then we went to a record store and then took some cute pictures outside. So I was really obviously trying to use up this film pretty fast. This is a very epic fail of my house, but I stuck it in there anyway. Maybe I'll paint over it or something. This is a collage with some images that I had, and then also my fortune cookie, which says, "You have an active mind and a keen imagination." I think that this is my favorite spread from the entire thing because it has this really fun frame that I cut out, and then I put a picture behind it, as well as this nice leaf, and then a quote from the book Eleanor and Park. And then I took this little photograph and drew on it with some paint as well, and then wrote this little blurb about what I was feeling that day. So then these are my New Year's resolutions, and I just took that same wrapping paper from that dress shop and then put a bunch of gold stickers on it, and then did this little font up there and typed out my resolutions for the year. Here is some more Polaroids with some gold paint behind it. So this is when we had some s'mores dip and some friends over. And then this was just Madeline and I and Maggie hanging out watching a movie. And then I put down a little women ticket that I went to with my friend Linnea, which was awesome. And then a little breakfast receipt from a breakfast date with Jessie. I recreated this painting, put my own little spin on it, and I really like the way that it turned out. I'm finding that my painting style, as time has gone on, is definitely more like this, where it's a bit more free, less structured, because I just cannot realistically draw that well. This quote says, "Why is it that when the story ends, we begin to feel all of it?" I'm really feeling that this last senior year, and so I thought that that was a good way to pay tribute to my emotions. This was the night of Annie and David's engagement party, which was awesome. And so yeah, just some friends hanging out, and then we went to sushi, and then I took a picture with her, used a lot of this kind of brown paper, which I really like using in journals, and I put a lot of stars on these pages. My friends JC, Madeline, and I went to Rice Bowl, and we got some really good Chinese food. Then I tried so hard to draw the cast of Little Women, and at first it was really cute, but then I outlined it, and that was the mistake. I think I need to learn how to just paint things and not do these outlines because it made it look so much worse. Then I drew this of Jo March, and a quote from her that says, "I intend to make my own way in the world." I really loved Little Women. It just resonated with me so much, and it is a beautiful film. If you have not seen it, go see it. And then I put this little quote, "Rage against the dying of the light," with this little painting. I put some more surprise, surprise Polaroids. Literally, this art journal is pretty much just Polaroids. But Annie and I had a little painting night, which is when I did these. And so I just put down Polaroids of us together, and then, of course, Johan, her lovely, lovely cat. We worked on improving some like fine detail painting, so I taught her how to do this kind of thing. And I really like the color palette that we chose. And then this is just a little quick sketch abstract drawing, just peachy. Then I was obviously feeling so Rome sick, but I just drew this little illustration. And then this actually was my house when I was living in Italy for a semester. And yeah, it's just the cutest little place in the whole world, and I miss it so, so much. I'm hoping to go back to Italy this summer, but we will see. And then, of course, another date with Jessie, and I definitely took a lot of pictures of her because I love her so, so much. And so yeah, I've just been doing a lot of this like doodling stuff, which I think makes plain pages look a little bit better. Then Madeline gave me some stickers, and I spent a ridiculous amount of time on this strawberry sketch. It took me so long, and it doesn't even look that great, but you know, it was fun. And a good practice in trying to make things look kind of realistic. And then I have this little Polaroid of Maggie and I when we went to an Italian coffee shop, in which I tried to take a picture of the sandwich, but it just focused on Maggie, which honestly is better anyway. And then I did this painting literally tonight, and it's again that same Griffin song, which I didn't realize that I had used previously. But this is a view from Arizona when I went on a beautiful little nighttime drive and we saw Camelback Mountain, and we're on the top of this beautiful outlook, and so then I put that quote there. And then finally to wrap up the whole journal, I have 2 more Polaroids. These were my favorite thrifted finds from this past week, and then also I did a bunch of clothing swaps with my friends, and so I put that Polaroid in there as well. So this one was a little bit less art heavy and more like Polaroids, collaging, and things like that, but I'm hoping in the next one it's going to be a lot more painting. So if this is something that you guys enjoy, stay tuned because I'm sure that I'll be doing these quite a lot. I hope you all are doing super well, and I will see you guys soon. Bye guys!